I am really feeling proud to welcome our proud alumni, Honorable Ramesh Jadhav sir, for this as a guest speaker for this particular webinar, and especially for all the participants. I want to share one important thing is that Professor Mirza and other. Hello, am I audible? Shailesh sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, you have
Sir, you are
muted all.
audible
That's
now. Yeah,
why I
yeah.
got okay. I want to congratulate Professor Mirza for organizing such a webinar and got a huge response. Till now, more than 180 participants joined for this webinar, and I feel this is the outcome of this Alumni Advisory Hub, which is formed by our proud alumni, and Mirza sir has taken the initiative for that along with the other alumni, and they are doing really well. I am aware about that, and our another alumni, Dr. Professor Abhijit Kale, he has informed me regarding all the activities of this hub and how they are helping to other alumni and how they are get in touch with each other. And this particular webinar is one of the outcome of that particular activities of alumni. So I really thank all the alumni for such a important initiative, and I hope this type of your support will continue in future also. So with the best wishes, I conclude my initial remark and hand over to Shailesh sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, Now, first of all, I would like to welcome our today's speaker, uh, Mr. Ramesh S. Jadhav, sir. So, we are very much fortunate that we are having such eminent personality with us, and I would like to introduce him. Now, Ramesh Jadhav, sir, he is CEO and MD of Avitaryas Inspections Private Limited, Mumbai. Sir has completed his BE Mechanical and MTech in Mechanical Design. Sir is having professional qualifications uh, in ASNT, that is American Society for Non-Destructive Testing, Level 3, in radiographic testing, penetrant testing, and magnetic particle testing. Sir is having level 2 qualification in ASNT in ultrasonic testing. Sir is certified welding inspector by ISNT, which is equivalent to AWS. Sir is a certified auditor for ISOs and safety systems. Sir is certified auditor for accreditation of inspection bodies as per ISO 17020 and chartered engineer by IEI, that is Institute of Engineering India. Sir is having vast industrial experience of 25 years in oil and gas, power, petrochemical industries. Also, sir has worked in various departments like quality and inspection, welding, NDT, fabrication. Also in procurement process. Here I would like to mention few achievements. Sir is handling projects which is cost which is more than 20,000 crores of government for oil and gas projects. He has visited many countries like Germany, UK, Italy, Holland, Netherlands, and so on and so on and so on. Sir has handled various civil projects like skywalk, bridges, and many more, yielded worth near about 75 crores to the company within 1.5 years of period. Sir is actively member of national and international bodies like ASNT, and ISNT. So, I would like to welcome our today's speaker, and I request him to start his session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's my I believe I am audible and visible as well.
Yeah,
Please
yes, sir.
confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. It gives me immense pleasure, basically, to take or share my small expertise with the upcoming engineers who I used to say the products of future market. And the subject is very nearer to me, is the non-destructive testing importance of the training and certification in real industry, which will, I believe, help all our engineers, all our upcoming products to know the market, to judge the market, and to find the employability, as well as to see his correct utilization. And it will help them surely in deciding factor during their completion of the engineering graduation or diploma or whatever is the stream is. I believe I can share my screen, right?
Yes, sir. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, okay, we'll stop all sharing. Do you want to continue? Okay. Is it visible? The screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Please continue. Yes, it is.
It's partly visible, or how it is?
No,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. This is what I want. Just give me 1 second. Okay, fine. So our subject is very, very clear. Importance of NDT, non-destructive testing, training and certification in real industry. Thank you, Sachin Patil sir, because this is the first initiative for RIT students by RIT Alumni Advisory Hub. नामकरण कल ही हो गया उसका, राह, राह दिखाने का, राह देखने का, all these things. So already one of the professor introduced me, but I would like to brief myself. I am heading my own organization named as Adi Veritas Inspections Private Limited, having office in Navi Mumbai and branch office in Dubai. I have a 25 years of the hands-on industry expertise, not only in NDT, but in inspections, certifications, project management, construction management, safety management. Why this slide I am showing to all attendees? The purpose is, if you see, I have a basic educational qualification is mechanical engineering, and passed out. I am very proud to be of the RIT student in 1996. And recently, I completed my MTech in mechanical design from 2018 to 2020. Only project Viva is balanced. That is due to COVID-19. Otherwise, the certificate might be in my hand till so time. See, after that, if you see, there are the professional qualification. There are many professional qualifications. And in industry, this is really going to matter. And this matters only. This is my own experience, which given me high importance and put me in the best level of the industry. And this was the reason. Basically, I also from a very rural background, even very small. Means my village is of only 100 houses. Okay. And there is no connectivity those days with the vehicle. And I used to do by walking up and down from my village to Kasegao for doing my 5th to 10th. And daily 8 kilometers up and down by walking physically. And that was the great experience, or you can say it was the effort is in built up our people, basically who are from rural or who are from such areas, development areas. And that gave me, a huge power to learn and go through all these things, because all these certifications, it was not possible to grab these kinds of heights. And that is what I have chosen this today's subject is importance of this training and certification, particularly in non-destructive testing. I have a 25 years of experience in all, particularly covering oil and gas, power, petrochemical, chemical, pharma. And I worked in from private government, private sector, public sector, as well as central government. Means I dared to leave central government as well because of my own development. Otherwise, you will be stuck up in one way. And what happens? It is the only retirement, one home, one car, and people are happy. I worked in various departments like inspection, quality, welding, NDT, fabrication, engineering, procurement. What it shows I never say no to any department, because every department will give you a different experience, a different exposure, and that is going to help you while you will develop after having certain years of the experience. Because in engineering or in any industry, once you are crossing 10 years of the experience after your graduation, then you should be capable to execute all the aspects. You cannot say भाई ये इलेक्ट्रिक का है मैं देख नहीं सकता, ये सिविल का है मैं देख नहीं सकता, ये है. They consider you only as an engineer and only as an employee. So it's your duty to, you know, execute all these things. And this is what this shows, ki you should not say no to any activity during your career with any industry. I got opportunity to work from three sides of the table. I used to say three sides of the table. One side is contractor side, second is user side, and third is a consultant side. And that was the beauty of my experience and exposure. I would advise new people, you should try to go through all these sides of the table. Then you will be complete matured person or matured engineer. Generally what I used to say, जिनके घर में मतलब बोलते हैं ना कि खाली लड़के हैं और लड़की है, खाली लड़कियां है तो थोड़ा सा फैमिली इनकम्प्लीट लगता है. बट देयर एक लड़का एक लड़की और पेरेंट्स है, वी यूज्ड टू से इट इज अ कंप्लीट फैमिली. द सेम थिंग इज इन इंडस्ट्री. वंस यू वर्क फ्रॉम कॉन्ट्रैक्टर साइड, once you work from end user side, and once you work for the consultant side, that means you have covered all sides of the industry. And that is what exactly I have done within a span of my 18 years of career. And I struggled a lot to do all these things. I used to, and that devotion is there, no doubt. I never got, asked for payment. I never asked for for this increment, but automatically that has been given to me by industries and all. And that is the beauty of the industry. I got opportunity to work with the very international manufacturers from Europe, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and almost 25 countries I was there. I was handling entire Europe when I was in Germany, posted for one of the prestigious project of ONGC. And now I am having my own business since last 7 years, serving various sectors. I have handled oil and gas projects independently to the tune of 20,000 crore of the single value project. And such a projects 3 to 4 I used to handle. So you can see the pressure, intense, stress, and all these things will teach you really. स्ट्रेस से डरना नहीं दोस्तों, ट्रस्ट से भागना नहीं, ट्रस्ट को एक्सेप्ट करना और आगे जाना. Then success is yours. And I worked with the 100 engineers under me and managers also, and for offshore barges, onshore foreigners, and so many. And that has given me, I used to say, यार हम तो farmer के बच्चे हैं भाई, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. We have hard work in our blood. और without farming हमारा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. That is what we are not hunter, we are farmer. I used to say. Hunter क्या है कि शिकार के शोध में आता है और शिकार करके निकल जाता है. बट फार्मर ऐसा नहीं कर सकता बॉस. फार्मर को उधर रहना है. फार्मर को फार्मिंग के लिए खुद का पसीना बहाना है. वही सेम थिंग इज यूज्ड इन द इंडस्ट्रियल कंसेप्ट्स. वो कंसेप्ट्स थोड़ा दिमाग में रखना जरूरी है. Fine. I want to show here is that I have handled civil projects also, though I was not having a civil engineering background. But that is what I told. Once you are 10 years of experience in industry, you are called a manager, and manager means you have to manage. Otherwise, you are not called a manager. Yes. Now this is the point of the interest. Non-destructive testing, right? So name itself indicates non-destructive means the testing which is not destructing any atom, component or system, but non-destructing also, it is giving the quality aspects or properties aspect of that particular item is called the non-destructive testing. Or in our simple language, I used to say, inspect or measure without doing harm. If you see the figure over here, which is the gentleman with the computer sitting on the pipeline, and he is doing non-destructive testing, right? But here, if you see the difference, the chiseling is going on by chisel, and this is a not non-destructive testing. This is a destructive, because something you are testing is going to be, destroyed, and that is a destructive. And something which is not going to be destroyed, but its properties, but its quality ensured, it is called the non-destructive testing. And this has a large importance in industry. How it has importance in industry, what are its applications, what is its purpose, that we all going to have a review or recap on my presentation. So what happens in earlier days, NDT used only on those sectors who were considered to have a major impact on work preciseness and human safety. Which are those? One is aerospace, and second one is nuclear power, right? These are the only two sectors earlier NDT were very, very important and only used because of their work preciseness and human safety. आप तो जानते हो भाई, aerospace अगर थोड़ा सा भी गड़बड़ी हो गई तो what will happen? All will be on death reason, right? The same thing with the nuclear as well. If something fault goes, undetected, then it is a drastic damage to not only human lives, but also, property and all our society. And what is happening is today's day in day life, are you aware of that? This NDT is the part of our day in day out routine life. For example, I'm just giving where you are going along with your children or brothers and sisters for these parks. All these parks are being regularly tested by NDT. I have tested all these renowned parks in Mumbai. Then components of automobile vehicles, they are routinely tested by NDT before manufacturing, during manufacturing, and after manufacturing as well. If you go to the goldsmith shop, nowadays goldsmith uses this machine to check the purity of the gold and to show to the customer as well. And even one of the seminar I have attended last week, there are machines which are scanning the purity of the gold within a fraction of second. So those who are doing business in gold or silver, there are the equipments which are not destructing the item to be inspected, but showing the quality of the material. And that has a big importance in real industry. And that's what we should know, what is that importance and what can be done in future. Even in medical science, the X-ray of organs, human organs is detected by X-ray only. Medical sonography, where we say it as in medical it is sonography, and in real industry we say it is a industrial ultrasonic testing. But there was a question कि भैया ये क्यों डेवलप करने का जरूरत पड़ा या अभी क्यों डेवलप करना जरूरी है खाली इंजीनियरिंग डिग्री या खाली डिप्लोमा डिग्री diploma certification is not necessary because there are many a huge number of engineers lying into the market. Then what is made importance so that we should have something in our hand other than degree? Very first important is demand of market. A very high competition in international market is increasing for all levels and branches, and this is one of the cause ki you should be updated with the industry requirements in training and certification. Second one, need of excellent manufacturing, because manufacturing required is accurate with zero defect and on-time delivery. Then it is necessary to have a skill set, industrial skill set and industrial certification. Third one is necessity of effective resources. Effective use of efficient machines and human resources is required. Means if you have a machine and if a skilled operator is not there, then there is no use of having a very good or state of art the machine. Even if you have a skilled operator, but machine जुना पुराना है उसका भी कोई फायदा नहीं. So effective resources, use of machine and human resources is the need of the industry. Need of production unit. What is the need of production unit? It's a zero breakdown of machine, versatile personnel, reduction in maintenance activity. This will give only and only by the skill sets in the non-destructive testing, because destruction is not acceptable to anyone, right? किसी को destruction acceptable नहीं है भाई. क्या होगा destruction होने से? एक तो it is a huge loss. Second one, time is very evident and it is loss, and it is not acceptable in current scenario. And this, if we care of this demand of market, need of excellent manufacturing, needs of production unit, it will create a brand value. And that brand value जो absorb करने की कैपेसिटी है या उसमें क्वालिटी वर्क देने की कैपेसिटी है, एनडीटी सर्टिफाइड इंजीनियर में आती है in the real industry, and that is what they are on the demand in the industry once you are passing out from your academic career. To get the success, how it helps the NDT training and certification. Okay, why it is required, I will just show. Very important. Nowadays, tenders or bids ask for NDT certification. What is happening? Earlier days, even 10 years back, when I have done this level 3, level 2 and all, that time it was not tender requirement, it was an industry requirement. Industry को L&T जैसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, गोदरेज जैसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या फिर स्टैंडर्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वो क्या बोलते हैं भाई, तुमको तुम्हारे पास में क्या सर्टिफिकेशन है, वो सुन के हमने किया था. अभी तो ये टेंडर डॉक्यूमेंट में मैंडेटरी आ गया. टेंडर में लिखा होता है द इंजीनियर मस्ट बी हैविंग अ डिग्री इन मैकेनिकल विथ एनडीटी लेवल 2 सर्टिफिकेशन बाय ASNT. It is very clear, and that becomes a bible for employer, and the employer will take only those certified engineers only for their use. Only trained and certified NDT person can perform job. It is very clear. किसी भी आयरे गहरे नत्तू खैरे को वो लोग अलाउ नहीं करेंगे. जो क्वालिफाइड है, जो सर्टिफाइड है, उसको ही इंडस्ट्री अलाउ करेगी. And that is what it is very essential to have a training and certification. Industry stop to provide training to new joinees. Dear friends, this is very painful to हमारे जमाने में कम से कम इंडस्ट्री में हम जाते थे तो कम से कम इंडस्ट्री पहले 6 महीना ट्रेनिंग देती थी, इंडक्शन देती थी. अभी वो कुछ नहीं है. आओ भाई, काम चालू करो. यू शुड बी प्रोडक्टिव फ्रॉम द डे 1 ऑफ द ज्वाइनिंग, and that is the reason the industry stopped to invest the money in training. Few of the organizations, only L&T and all, they are doing, but again they are doing for very crucial and their own pillars. They are not doing for every new joinee, because now fundamentals are outsourcing fundamentals are in the market. So it is very essential to have a industrial based training and certification. Next is client check first for NDT certificates before employment. उनको लेने से पहले ये सब चेक कर लेते हैं बॉस. इसके लिए आपको मतलब आप अप्लाई करने से नहीं होगा. अप्लाई करके इसके ऊपर ये सब सर्टिफिकेशन आप देंगे, तभी जाके उधर जाके HR वाला या टेक्निकल स्क्रूटिनी वाला आपको एक्सेप्ट करेगा. नहीं तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. And once you go through all these, and once you understand this requirement, it's your lifetime achievement and who have NDT certification, right? So what happens, what I want to say here is NDT trained and certified engineer can be good employee or good businessman or good consultant. Means how many opportunities are there, see my dear friends. And I have, in my career, I have seen many good engineers who after getting experience of hardly 3-4 years started their own business by taking 1 or 2 machinery in non-destructive testing. Dear friends, I have my own survey. Why South states developed in NDT? Because they are very particular, and you might be aware that they are having MTechs in NDT. One of my Facebook live NDT seminar, I got 16 MTech from NIT, Trichy, and other different. They come up with me and shared their views. Sir, these are in our syllabus, and we would like to have you as there as a industry experts, and those trainings and those thinkings are going on, and that is really very good initiative, because what they are trying is what is in the industry that exactly to be given in the career. or in the academy. And this is the very good opportunity to the RIT, because RIT is now well known and very known autonomous body. And definitely, I believe they can think upon that. And surely we are there to help in all the aspects. So, which are the industries which use the NDT? I used to say, boss, there is no limitation to use NDT. You name the industry, there no NDT is used, and I will show you. Yes, here NDT is applicable, and this is because of what? It ensures the product quality without direct destruction or damage to the product. If you see, there are just, I have listed 27. Which are those? Automobile industry, you can anytime visit Tata, Bajaj and all. They are having a big workshop for non-destructive testing itself. Aviation and aerospace, same thing. Each and every composite material, each and every material is being tested at manufacturing location, during the fabrication, after the fabrication, and during the commissioning. All this NDT, and again in use also. The third one is fabrication industry. You can go around Kolhapur, Sangli and all. You can find fabrication industry routinely using NDT. Sugar factories, food and milk plants, power plants, textile industry, chemical industry, pharmaceutical industry, construction industry, water and gas pipelines, railways, submarine, naval warships, shipbuilding yards, offshore platforms, onshore refineries, ports, yards, terminals, pressure vessels and boilers, wire ropes manufacturing unit, RCC structures, maintenance of bridges and flyovers, amusement park rides, toys industry, forging industry, casting foundry, steel plant, and whatnot. How many? A huge, use of the NDT, which is creating value for you. And this is what exactly we need to grab by getting the training and certification. Dear friend, just we will have a recap on history. First NDT method used was X-ray testing in very ancient days. And scientists were doing research on various NDT techniques. And one by one, all the techniques which exist currently were evolved. NDT began to be recognized as an independent technology during World War II, partly through founding of the American Industrial Radium and X-ray Society in 1941, which is today known as a ASNT, American Society for Non-Destructive Testing. Perfection as well as defect-free performance, including checking of any defects, damages, voids, etc. products and system is possible only if the same undergoes NDT in the process. That is in the manufacturing as well as in service period, NDT is utilized to monitor the performance levels and to detect any damage of or defects. I want to share here one of the incident which was bad incident in 1989. United Flight 232 crashed and all flying human beings found to be dead, as well as property where that crashed flight dropped down. It was very horrible. You can see the picture, how it has been affected. All the land got, affected environmentally badly. And why? Because of this. Because of this, a defect which is called a fatigue crack that went undetected in an engine disk was responsible for the crash. See what happened? A small fatigue crack that went undetected in the engine disk, and that was responsible for the crash. And the probable cause of the crash was inadequate consideration given to human factors limitations in the inspection and quality control procedures used by United Airlines engine overall facility. Post-crash analysis of the crack surfaces showed the presence of a penetrating fluorescent dye used to detect cracks during maintenance. And the presence of the dye indicated that the crack was present and should have been detected at prior inspection only. अगर वो पहले ही चेक किया होता तो शायद वो flight crash नहीं होता था. If they have carried out NDT at the very beginning stage, they wouldn't have incurred such heavy loss of human lives, loss of aircraft, or loss of surrounding local area and farms. This basically a given idea to develop not NDT not only for aerospace and nuclear, but also in various industries, what I shared with you. Dear friends, what are the different methods of the NDT? See, there are two types basically in industry. They have defined. One is conventional, second one is advanced technique. So what are the conventional? If you see this square, this circle, in circle, these are the basic conventional NDT methods: radiographic testing, penetrant testing, ultrasonic testing, and magnetic particle testing. What happened? These are the basics. बोलते हैं ना कि ये माँ है. जैसे हम RIT कॉलेज को हमारी माँ समझते हैं, बाद में MBA ये वो सब आएगा, वो सब उनके बेटे हैं. Right? The same thing. This is the mother of the NDT, and then these things are advanced techniques developed, like radiographic testing developed digital radiography and computed radiography. Magnetic particle testing developed ED current testing and magnetic flux linkage testing. Ultrasonic testing developed phase array ultrasonic testing, TOF, TOFD, time of flight diffraction ultrasonic testing, long range ultrasonic testing, short range guided wave ultrasonic testing. All these are basically advanced techniques used in industry nowadays in full swim. This is what are different than all these three, and it is nowhere related to penetrant testing. It is infrared thermography, leak testing, and acoustic emission testing. My dear friends, you will surprise this acoustic emission testing machine. Only 2 machines are available in India, and only 4 skilled engineers are available in this acoustic emission area. Can you believe that? In such a, in the academics coming out, so many engineers are coming out, and so many facilities developed, and still industry is fighting for getting good qualified and skill based acoustic emission testing people. And I'm working on that, no doubt, because it's not so simple. There are many skill sets involved, there are many exercises involved, but I used to say nothing is impossible, everything is possible if you have an approach of doing that. What are the, you can say, the different uses of the NDT methods? We have seen types of the NDT methods, right? Conventional and advanced. Now we will see the uses, how it helps. If you see, it helps to detect the leaks. It locates the location determination. It gives the flaw detection and evaluation. Location determination means in industry, there are a huge number of materials, huge number of procedures are being used. How to identify or how to locate that? For the location, NDT laser skinning technique is used, and that is basically using the NDT principle. Second is structure and microstructure characterization. Without disturbing their structure, you can find out the microstructure level, and this is the beauty of the NDT technique. You can say it is, PMI and all. Estimation of mechanical and physical properties, dimensional measurements, all these things are possible by use of the NDT method. Material sorting and chemical composition determination, stress strain dynamic response measurements. All these are basically uses of the NDT in real industry. But we will see, just have a review on cap for the most common conventional NDT methods. One is liquid penetrant, or we can say it's a penetrant testing. Second one is magnetic particle testing. Third is radiographic testing, and fourth is ultrasonic testing. Right? These are the 4. We will have just a principle and the procedure, just for knowledge sake. Right? What is the penetrant testing? Penetrant testing, what is the principle of penetrant testing? Penetrant testing is basically depend upon the capillary action, where low surface tension fluid penetrates into the clean and dry surface, breaking discontinuities. Penetrant may be applied to test the component by dipping, spraying, or brushing. After adequate penetration time has been allowed, the excess penetrant is removed and developer is applied. The developer helps to draw penetrant out of the flaw, so that an invisible indication becomes visible to the inspector. As simple as that principle. If you see, the first is a contaminated workpiece. This cleaning the workpiece, because all contamination should be moved. Then you have to apply the red, dye, or we can say red penetrant. Then you have to allow some time to go into the seep into the discontinuity, that penetrant. Then you have to remove the excess penetrant from the surface, because our area of interest is the discontinuity location finding. Then what you have to do is, once you are removing the excess penetration, you have to apply the developer. And developer what does? Developer goes inside and brings back whatever is the penetrant gone into the discontinuity, brought onto the surface, and that indication becomes a more size than the actual defect, and this way it is visible. That means invisible indications can be made visible, and this is what industry wants. Because whatever are the minor discontinuities which cannot be seen by naked eye, and this is basically detected by penetrant testing and other testings as well. Inspection is performed under ultraviolet or white light depending on the type of dye used. It is fluorescent or visible. These are the two types. What is the procedure? A liquid with high surface wetting characteristics is applied to the surface of the part and allowed time to seep into the breaking defects. The excess liquid is removed from the surface. A developer, which is powder or liquid, whatever, is applied to pull the trapped penetrant out of defect and spread it on the surface where it can be seen. Visual inspection is the final step in the process. The penetrant used is often loaded with the fluorescent dye, and inspection is done under UV. If you see the example, this is the visible. You can see after doing this PT test, there are many cracks seen on this gear. Here, it is a very fine crack developed on the shaft, and this is only possible with the fluorescent dye penetrant test. Here you can see, TKY joint used in the offshore industry, where you will find a variety of the discontinuities. If the discontinuities are present in the job, and if that job goes as it is in the operation, then definitely after some period, due to dynamic and sudden loadings, that part going to fail and failure will occur in the plant. Let us see next magnetic particle testing. What is the principle of magnetic particle testing? Basically, it is based on the principle that magnetic flux in a magnetized object is localized by presence of discontinuity. This distortion causes some of the magnetic field to exit and re-enter the object at the discontinuity, and this phenomenon is called as the magnetic flux. You can see any ferromagnetic material, once we magnetize it, what will happen? There will be the continuous flow of the magnetic field lines. If there is a breakage in that, then what will happen? North and south poles are created, and these north and south poles, what will happen? These magnetic lines will try to attract each other, and during this, if we apply magnetic particles, basically iron particles on that, then iron particles are being attracted by that material, and that indicates there is something wrong, or something discontinuity or defect has been produced inside the material, and you can easily identify that before going into the production. Flux leakage is capable of attracting finely divided particles of magnetic material, which in turn form an outline or indication of the discontinuity. This is the basic fundamental in magnetic particle testing has been used, and these are the few lines where here you can say a magnetic yoke of south and north pole used to find the discontinuity in the parent material or weld material. What is the procedure? Basic processing steps of the magnetic testing are magnetizing the object, applying magnetic particles in a dry or wet form, examining the test object under suitable lighting conditions, interpreting and evaluating the test conditions. Right? If you see, you will observe this. This is a magnetic yoke, and he has applying fluorescent method. And what is happening is that he can easily identify the discontinuities in the weld or parent metal. Here are the few examples what we practically done in our through our company. Next is radiography testing. Radiography testing, dear friends, it is very similar to human X-ray and all. Here only instead of human, the steel or project material is used to be tested. The principle is X-ray and gamma ray radiations having shorter lengths, wavelengths than 100 nanometers. Energy at these wavelengths will penetrate a solid material as well. The shorter the wavelength, the greater the penetration. Like in visible light, X-ray and gamma radiations also have a photochemical effect on silver halide and can therefore produce an image on film. Thus, by passing penetrating radiations through an object and recording the emerging radiation on a film, a two-dimensional picture of the differences in thicknesses or density of the object can be obtained. Hence, flaws in the object can be detected. Okay, X-ray, and which are the sources? Sources are X-ray generators, gamma sources, radioisotopes such as iridium 92, cobalt 60. There are cesium 74. There are many basically developed. But in India, basically we come up with the few only: cobalt, iridium, and all. Cobalt is basically used for higher thickness testings, and iridium is for medium and lower thickness testing. This is something arrangements you can say in X-ray generations, right? X-ray generator. What is the procedure to be followed? A radiograph is photographic record produced by the passage of penetrating radiation through an object onto a film. Here, if you can see, it is a source. This is the object to be inspected, and this is the film kept, right? What happens? This basically radiations penetrates through this object to be tested. When the and this is reflected or received at the film end. When the film is exposed to X-rays, gamma rays, or light, and visible change called a latent image is produced in the film emulsion. The areas so exposed become dark when the film is immersed in a developing solution. The degree of darkening depending on the amount of exposure. After development, the film is rinsed, preferably in a special bath, to stop development. The film is next put into a fixing bath, which dissolves the unexposed parts of the emulsion's sensitive salt. The film is washed to remove the fixture and dried so that it may be handled, interpreted, and fit. The developing, fixing, and washing of the exposed film may be done manually or in automated processing equipment. My dear friends, nowadays to cover industrial speed, there are automated, film developing machines are available in market. Where one side, once you put the film, you will find within a fraction of second developed films which are ready for interpretation. Or else earlier days, what happens in manual technology, to develop one film, it was consuming around 45 minutes to 1 hour. And to take one radiograph, single radiograph also, it was a time consuming process. Again, radiation is dangerous for the human life. So all these procedures are now developed in advanced technique that is named as a digital radiography or computed radiography. So basic concept you can understand. Once see we see only this film, and this film, ये भाई इधर कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. इधर जो difference in density is basically what we identify. Even many people might have seen X-rays of their bones and all, where you will find dark line or something density in difference, and that is what is exactly called is that a discontinuity, or you can say the defect. This area is less exposed area, and this area is more exposed area. Next is the ultrasonics, or in medical it is called sonography, right? Ultrasonic testing uses high frequency sound waves and is based on principle of echo. Sound waves send into material being tested, and these sound waves are reflected back by the discontinuities in the material. Ultrasonic inspection can be used for flaw detection, evaluation, dimensional measurement, material characterization, etc. If you see, this is the probe, this is the display of the UT machine, this is the work item. If you once you put the probe over here, you will find the initial pulse echo. And once you come out, if there is no discontinuity, you will find only back wall echo. But if there is a discontinuity, you will get crack echo in between. And this is what, by reviewing or analyzing the echo pattern, you can easily identify where is the discontinuity. Even in this technique, you can find out the length of the defect, you can find out the depth of the defect. Each and every dimension can be measurable, and that is what ultrasonic testing is generally used in all the area. And that's the reason this requires the technical brain. So I always used to advise, though entity is work of 10 plus 2 people, but engineers are more efficient because they know the materials characteristics, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेसेस, डिसकंटिन्यूटीज क्या क्या आ सकता है ड्यूरिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, एंड इसके लिए एनडीटी इंजीनियर एनडीटी कैच कर लेता है, एंड ही कैन इजीली कैच हिज further high qualifications in NDT. So sound waves are produced by mechanical vibrations or mechanical oscillations. What is the principle? Basically, it is a mechanical to electrical. One vibration or oscillation is called a cycle. The number of cycles per second is called frequency of sound. 1 cycle per second is called hertz. Sound waves with frequency from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz is audible, and frequencies above 20 kilohertz is inaudible and called as the ultrasonic waves. And same principle is used in the ultrasonic testing. It is a high frequency sound waves. A typical UT inspection system consists of several functional units such as the pulsar or receiver, transducer, and display devices. A pulsar or receiver is an electronic device that can produce high voltage electrical pulses. Driven by the pulsar, the transducer generates high frequency ultrasonic energy. The sound energy is introduced and propagates through the material in the form of waves. When there is a discontinuity, such as a crack in the wave path, part of the energy will be reflected back from the floor surface. The reflected wave signal is transformed into an electrical signal by the transducer and is displayed on a screen. In the applet below, the reflected signal strength is displayed versus the time from signal generation to when a echo was received. A single travel time can be directly related to the distance that the signal traveled. You can see the examples, which is very small impact machines, even very handy, like handy camera. The machines are now available. So development in the NDT is going on day by day at very fast rate. If we are not able to understand the basic principles, then in industry you will be very, very lagging, I'm sure. What are the different applications? Applications of entity inspection. Inspection of raw products, inspection following secondary processing, and in-service damage inspection. Inspection of raw products, where the products are manufactured from forging, casting, and extrusions, or you can say rolling. For all these stages, entity inspection is carried out. Which are the secondary processing? Secondary processings are grinding, heat treating, welding, plating, machining. These are all these uses the non-destructive testing inspection. Inspection for in-service damage like cracking, corrosion, erosion, wear, heat damage, etc. are in-service damages. You have to go in plant once that atom is manufactured, fabricated, and erected at site, commissioned, and it started serving into the plant. And after serving also, there is a periodic maintenance. And during maintenance, NDT is one of the most powerful tool in all industries. What are other applications? Power plant inspection. Periodically, power plants are shut down for inspectors. For feed ED current testing, and which are the basically fundamentals of the entity. Wire rope inspection, electromagnetic devices and visual inspections are used to find broken wires and other damage to the wire rope that is used in shear lifts, cranes, and other lifting devices. So wire ropes are frequently used, electromagnetic devices and visual inspection entity methods. Non-destructive testing is extensively used in aerospace, what we have seen already. Aircraft engines are overhauled or being in service for a period of time. They are completely disassembled, cleaned, inspected, and then reassembled. These are few, sketches. Pressure vessel inspection. Pressure vessel is very important because the failure of pressure vessel can result in the rapid release of large amount of energy. And to protect against this dangerous event, the tanks are inspected using radiography, ultrasonic testing, penetrant testing, and so many methods are there which are used in pressure vessel inspection or boiler inspection. Rail inspection. In rail also, regularly, the rail tracks, rail bodies, all are regularly inspected. My dear friends, many people are not knowing NDT has a huge scope. But without training and certification, it becomes difficult for an employer to consider your application. Special cars are used to inspect thousands of miles of rail to find cracks that could lead to a derailment. Boss, business in NDT, you cannot imagine. Only rail car checking mein, I got, one of my other colleague, because that time I was not having that financial strain. He has bagged, for only NDT of these rail tracks to the tune of 6 crores. And he has completed within a year, boss. People only know the construction work, building बनता है, industry बनती है, ये बनता है, वो बनता है, but ये सब किसी को पता नहीं रहता है. ये पता होने का reason ही I am coming up with this first webinar. Bridge inspection, all bridges which are constructed, are regularly tested. US में तो 5,78,000 something highway bridges are there, around 6 lakh. They are regularly inspected for corrosion, cracking, and other damage. And this is using only and only by, you can say, NDT inspection methods. And almost 1 year or every 2 years, they have been checked for the sound of cracks growing, or whether it is, बहुत problem है क्या क्या है कि इसके लिए तो वो लोग सेपरेट रहते हैं. हमारे इधर में कितना ऐसा चेकिंग होता है, हमको पता चलता है फेल्योर होने के बाद, अरे वो गिर जाने के बाद हमारा कमिटी बैठता है, इंक्वायरी होता है. इट इज वेरी बैड. बेसिकली व्हेन आई लिसन ऑल दीज थिंग्स, आई बिकम वेरी 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 सैड, बिकॉज बाहर जाके काम करके आया, वहाँ के जो लोग हैं और यहाँ के लोग हैं, definitely the leaders makes great matters. Okay. Pipeline inspection. NDT is used to inspect pipelines to prevent leaks that could damage the environment. Visual inspection, radiography, and electromagnetic testing are some of the NDT methods used for the pipeline inspections. All pipelines, before burying into ground, all are tested fully, and their traceability is maintained. We are having the NDT machines which can trace underground pipeline without digging. That is a long range ultrasonic testing. Means you can detect भैया कहाँ कहाँ पाइपलाइन है. हमारे इंडिया में खोजने जाओगे तो किसी बहुत सारी बिल्डिंग के नीचे से पाइपलाइन जाती है, बिकॉज बाद में उसके ऊपर बिल्डिंग बनती है, हमको पता नहीं चलता है क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. बॉम्बे का हालत तो आप पूछो ही मत. इसके लिए कोई डिटेल में उसके ज्यादा जाता नहीं है. जाएगा तो बहुत ही ऐसा कुछ गलत ही हाथ में आएगा. राइट. सो इवन in the countries like Philippines, the Boeing employees always, check their Liberty Bell for damage using NDT techniques. And ED current methods were used to measure the electricity of Bell's bronze casting at a various points to evaluate its uniformity. देखो मुझे कितना लोग alert है, वो लोग ये सब में वो करता रहता है. It is a bell, Liberty Bell. Fine. So this is very important aspect. So which are the testing and certification, training and certifications available in the industry? Basically, I can always recommend for the three bodies, and topmost is ASNT, which is called American Society for Non-Destructive Testing. Second is CSWIP, Certification Scheme for Welding Inspection Personnel. It is basically European body. Above is the American body, and below is the Indian Society for Non-Destructive Testing, which is ISNT. And ISNT and ASNT has 3 levels. ASNT NDT level 1. Basically level 1 is for operator or technician. Level 2 is for inspector or interpreter. And level 3 is for approval authority. Level 3 is called as, the examiner of the university. Board of examiner. He is a Chalti Bolti university that I used to say. He can examine, train and certify everyone who is meeting the criteria as per the SNTTC 1A document produced by American Society. And fortunately, I am very happy. I have achieved that 15 years back, and practicing all these things. So far, I have trained and certified 1,000 plus engineers. I am focusing on engineers because to develop 10 plus 2 or other graduate guys, okay, manufacturing and knowing of the material science is very difficult. But for engineers who can really have gone through all these stages during their academic career, so it is very easier for them to understand, and they can immediately grab. And that's what I developed the ASNT NDT level 2 certification program for ongoing last year engineering candidates. I have successfully implemented that also for various colleges, and I'm very happy to share that those gentlemen, those engineers with this NDT level 2, specifically my NDT certification, because I have developed considering the industry requirements only, and fortunately they could able to join the industry within 2 months of the passing out, and that was the achievement for me. The CSWIP also have a PCN level 1, level 2, level 3 by European body, and ISNT has also level 1, level 2, level 3. What happens, ISNT I generally not recommend because of the ISNT has a territory of India only, and ASNT is having the territory of whole world. Your ASNT certification is valid over all the world, but ISNT certification has limitation to be in India only. And that is what, see, those who are going to join government jobs, those who are going to work on the government works and all, the ISNT certification is must. Once you join government organization, Indian government organization, then they automatically ask you to go for the ISNT entity level 2 and level 3 certifications. Yes, I think I have covered all. So thank you for patiently listening. For more details on training and certifications, you can contact me on mail IDs. I think your management, RIT management may circulate. It's ceo@adiveritas.com or hr@adiveritas.com. My contact number is displayed here, 98205-71318. And last but not least, it is the RIT Alumni Advisory Hub initiative. Thank you very much. Please like us on LinkedIn. We always used to say network is net worth. We are by alumni and for alumni, and it's RIT Alumni Network. I'm very, very happy to present this small my presentation, and I would be happy to answer the question and answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such an amazing presentation. The information is actually we needed us. Mirza sir, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Ah,
एक minute, sir. Is my screen is audible, visible now?
yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Mirza sir.
Yes.
I think I'm on time, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great.
I'm Shailesh.
300 plus. Huh? Thanks a lot.
Sir, I think,
Excellent.
Thanks, Sawan Saib.
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
sir,
It is excellent.
sir, first of all, I would like to request your questions. Sir, please share your view. Hello, Sawan sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sir, please.
No. Is there any question from any participant to Ramesh? Because there might be a number of questions from the participants.
Okay, those are having questions. I can unmute you. Redmi. Okay, please continue. Participants, those are need to ask questions. Please raise your hand.
Shailesh sir, unmute Deshpande sir. Redmi is I think ML Deshpande sir.
Sir, I have unmuted you. Please continue, sir. Chauhan sir, please unmute yourself. Hello? Sir, you are not audible. Chauhan sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now you can speak. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir, please continue.
Okay. My question is that whatever in non-destructive testing you have shown, whether all it is applicable in plastic industries also?
See, in plastic industry, basically it depends upon use of the plastic and compatibility to use the NDT material. Okay, in plastic, where
Okay.
we are using this very accurate and machined tolerances under very close tolerances, definitely we are using few of that methods like penetrant testing we are using on plastic and glass. Okay, not all testing is usable on the plastic industry.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Deshpande sir, please unmute yourself. So next, Hadagali. Please unmute yourself.
Dear friends, don't worry. Your questions will be answered best possible from my end. If it is not answered in this session, definitely I will be there through your management and our hub. We can see to solve your all questions. Thank you.
Please unmute yourself. Yeah. Shall I take next? Mr. Suresh Mane. Please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, just I wanted to know this ASNT and ISNT level 2 and level 3 courses for engineers, what you are telling. What is the duration of the course and the course fees, sir? On an average, like.
Yeah. See, I will tell you, as I first said, I generally recommend people to go for ASNT because ASNT has a worldwide use. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And ISNT, surely I already explained that ISNT is limited to Indian territory. So these
Correct.
certifications are not used abroad. Okay. And
Yes,
you know, in NDT, basically people always go abroad to earn the money, right? NDT is helping them to earn the money. And generally, I will tell you, it is around in my company and institute. I have made it 100-hour program. It's 100-hour program. Okay. Which covers training, examination, and certification, both, including practical. Additionally, we are providing, on-site trainings with our senior inspectors who go those trainings to see how practically applied in the field. And
yes,
that is very important. Otherwise, you will find many institutes, even charging. I will tell you the charges being starts with 35,000, ends with 1 lakh. Okay. But you have to be very careful on that, which area and how much practical we are getting, and whether it is that certification's name is really useful in the industry. Because there are many people are coming up with their मेरा certification ले लो, मेरा certification ले लो, ठीक है? But आपको ये भी देखना है कि उसका इंडस्ट्री में क्या वेटेज है. Like हमारा कैसा होता था कि हमारा नाम खाली आएगा, मेरे को पूछते हैं लोग, सर आपका ये टाइम में कितना इंजीनियर क्वालिफाई हुआ, उनका लिस्ट मेरे को भेज दो. That's enough. मेरे को मार्केटिंग करने का जरूरत नहीं है या इंजीनियर को बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है कि तुम यार ढूंढो नौकरी. नौकरी आ जाता है सामने से.
No, good. No, just to have a fair idea. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ganesh Pujari. Yeah. Please unmute yourself. Mr. Ganesh Pujari.
Hello.
Please continue.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, sir. I want to ask you one question. Sir, in ultrasonic process, I heard that central hole means pinhole is not possible to detect. So, is this true, sir?
See what happens. I will tell you. In ultrasonic, hole is detected, but the hole is near surface. Okay. Then what happens? Once probe you place on the surface, that particular zone is called a dead zone. If that discontinuity comes in dead zone, then definitely it is not detectable. And that's what every entity has their own limitations. Okay. And for that purpose, we always say, with surface and subsurface, you take PT and magnetic particle testing, and inside surface, you have to see with ultrasonic testing or radiographic testing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Kumar sir, please unmute yourself. Edi Kumar sir, please unmute yourself. Yes.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Ramesh sir, good afternoon.
Bola sir, bola.
Hello, I am also the alumni for RIT 1989 pass out, and presently I am working as a head of.
You are not audible. You are not audible, sir. You are head of.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Now audible. Just let me know you are head of what. Just I could not able to.
Civil engineering department. I am now heading the department of civil engineering, sir.
Okay, fine. That's good.
And I thank you for your nice. we have several non-destructive testing machines, and we used to carry out consultancy works for carrying out this particular say non-destructive testing. I have 2-3 questions regarding this. The very first question, am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So first question is that is there any organization for getting association? Because there are several bodies for certification purpose. We have to get associated, or we must be a certified agency for providing the consultancy in offering this NDT. So this is first my question. Second question is that for as you explain in your slide also, that we can check the leakages through the pipeline which are embedded below the ground level. So is there any instrument for checking these leakages through the pipes, particularly water leakages, etc., when it is taken through the ground? And then the third question is, because we have recently purchased one instrument which is called as a concrete scanner. So we get the locations of the rebars within the concrete body. So if you have any such requirements, then we provide this consultancy so that we can offer this particular say service to you people or the various industries which are dealing with this kind of work. What do you, sir?
Yeah, Kumbar sir, first of all, thank
Yes.
you very much. And
Yes.
I also proud of you because you were 89 pass out. Okay.
Yes,
Almost
yes,
7 years of our batch.
yes.
Second one about your 3 questions. First question is a certification body.
Yes.
Basically, you are seeing the recognized certification body so that your testing becomes
Yes.
certified. And
Yes,
it
yes,
should be
yes.
well known to the customer, right?
Correct.
So there are
Absolutely.
2 opportunities. If you really love your alumni, this
Yes.
alumni has his own certification
Okay.
company.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
We are giving certification to Deepak
Okay.
Fertilizer, European companies, American
Yes,
companies,
yes.
and our certificate so far valid. Okay.
Yes.
Nobody
Okay,
has
okay.
questioned into that, and we are raising our arms.
Okay.
Second part, definitely there are other organizations. I can introduce
Yes.
you if it's of your interest or if it is serving your purpose, no problem
Yes.
into that. So
Yes,
your
yes.
first question
Sure.
is answered. Yeah.
Thank
Second
you, sir.
one, yes, underground pipelines. Nowadays, long range ultrasonic testing is being developed. Okay.
Yes.
And that long range ultrasonic testing detect underground leakages very easily.
Yes.
The difficulty or problem is that its equipment cost 1.5 CR. One.
Okay.
Number 2, India is not, इंडिया में दिक्कत क्या है अपने इधर यूज करने में, ह्यूमन का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. लाइक इन फॉरेन कंट्रीज एवरी ह्यूमन हैज हिज ओन वैल्यू. कुछ भी थोड़ा सा भी एक्सीडेंट होता है तो भी दे मैटर्स. अपने इधर में लाखों में मर जाते हैं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. इतना हम लीकेजेस देखते हैं. ओवरग्राउंड इतना देखते हैं, अंडरग्राउंड को छोड़ दो. अंडरग्राउंड में पाइपलाइन भी होता है कि नहीं पता नहीं. पीपल आर वरीड यार, ये अगर टेस्ट करेगा उसमें पाइपलाइन नहीं मिलेगा तो क्या करेंगे. ठीक है. तो अभी क्या है ना, खाली इन वेरी सेंसिटिव एरियाज लाइक न्यूक्लियर एंड योर ISRO and our government.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Hello. I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Yes.
Now you are audible. Yes.
Okay, fine. So what is happening is that nowadays the technique has been used, but at very important stations because of its cost and because of its skill sets.
Okay.
Everywhere it cannot be used. It is to be used where it is very essential because cost is the major factor over there. If you see, I will just give one difference. The operator UT operator cost for normal UT, if you can say we have to pay 25,000 for PI UT or this LR UT, we are paying in industry 50,000.
Okay.
50 to 75,000, right?
Okay.
And third question.
Yes.
About your equipment to check bars in concrete.
It is a concrete scanner.
Hello.
Detect the location of the bars. Reinforcement.
Yeah, that's true. Those machines are available in market, and many of the architects and construction. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Many construction companies, civil conglomerates, they are using already for all these old machine detection and other failure analysis criteria. But however, as we have purchased recently and we are into the business, I am planning to have a setup in Pune and Kolhapur in addition to my Mumbai and Dubai. Okay. Definitely, I will see that these kind of testing facilities will be added in our services with the collaboration with your department.
Yes,
And
yes.
industrial, certification and testing services can be worked together. I will be very happy, sir. No problem.
Hello,
Thank you,
Ramesh.
sir.
Oh,
Thank you,
Salute,
sir. Thank you very much.
Hello,
Thank you very
hello,
much. Okay.
hello, Ramesh.
Bola ki, sir.
P.D. Kumbhar sir is the alumni of RIT and he is the head of civil engineering department of the RIT.
Yeah, RIT, I know, yeah. Right.
That he does not mention the RIT there.
But I could able to see because RIT
Yes, yes.
कोई नहीं आया यहाँ ऐसा लगता है मेरे
नहीं ऐसा नहीं. That is the previous speaker, no, Suresh Mane. He is the principal. He is the principal from one of the institutes.
अच्छा, okay.
Yeah, from the Karnataka.
अच्छा. That I was not knowing because I don't know audience. हमको इतना पता है आज आके perform करना है. चलो भाई.
Okay. Nice to see you. And after 25 years, we are in hearing you like that. Okay.
Mr. Praveen,
Shirgupi,
please.
sir, next person.
Yeah. Mr. Praveen, please continue, sir. Please unmute yourself now.
Hello,
please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. This is Praveen Pawar from 2009 batch. I'm working in the oil and gas section. Okay.
Great.
Actually, I want to two questions. This is not related to the ND. First of all, I want to ask on impact testing. Is it okay to you?
No problem. Okay.
Okay.
You can proceed, yeah.
Actually, what happening in the industry nowadays, we are following the specification of multiple customers. And we are observed that whenever there is a MDMT, means material data sheet, and based on that, different impact testings are required on a different temperatures. Okay, multiple companies are coming with a different temperatures with different materials. In that case, what happening? Some of the companies are asking for LTCS material also at a -45 and -20 also. Is it going to impact anything if we do at a -46?
Dear friend, I will tell you, you are saying about LTCS, which is low temperature carbon steel, right?
Correct, sir.
See, low temperature carbon steel itself is manufactured at the low temperature applications.
Okay. Perfect.
See, what happens, I have witnessed the low temperature carbon steel manufacturing at Germany, Japan, and few of the Indian industries when I was with government. So I was in the shop approval committee. I used to go for shop approvals like big steel plants and all. So what happens now, once it is certifying at their manufacturing stage itself, if it is testing for -45 degrees centigrade, okay, and impact test results are included in the test certificate, as per me as a certification body, I will not ask for additional test certificate. Okay, testing.
But that is what, sir.
No, what happens if you are not furnishing original test certificate, or if there is a benefit of doubt to the inspector, okay, inspector मान ही नहीं रहा है, because आजकल क्या होता है, आप कौन से कंपनी में काम करते हैं बॉस?
मी इमर्सन मध्ये काम करतो आणि माझे various section आहेत ना. I work in the majorly in the gas sections.
नाही, that's agree. See, immersion मध्ये तुम्ही मटेरियल डायरेक्ट मॅन्युफॅक्चरर कडून आणता का ट्रेडर कडून आणता?
Most of the except pipes, everything is from the manufacturer.
Then once you are bringing from manufacturer, okay, what happens? Once manufacturer is testing at its plant manufacturing stage itself, I don't think it is required. But however, I will tell you, few of the client specification in oil and gas, okay, what happens in oil and gas, each and every aspect is different at every mixture level. I worked in oil and gas for 18 years, and I was particularly handled all offshore platforms and onshore oil and gas facilities. Okay, what happens? Why we used to say for testing, it is the double insuration, because cost is nothing in front of any failure, you know. So we generally ask per heat we will test, so that we will double check on the properties of the material. That's all.
True, sir. True. Actually, that is the case. Means we are normally offering -45 degree means LTCS material. they are additionally means asking on a -20 as well, -5 as well. So that is something
yeah.
tricky.
See, what
Can
happens?
I just intervene here for 1 second?
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the. I think I could not understand the name of person. What exactly is the application? Can you just elaborate to Ramesh? Because there are certain applications like cryogenic,
Yeah.
wherein they really specifically check the material properties at those temperatures, -20, -47, -120 also. So
Even
what exactly?
-199, Abba, minus
-196 minimum. Yes.
196. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
cryogenic, that is the temperature.
Oh,
His question,
okay.
Abba, I understood because in oil and gas, what happens? Like I was representing EIL, my specification is very clear. In spite of material test certificate from manufacturer, we used to ask a certain depths. If higher thickness is there, say 150 mm thickness material, we used to ask you take the piece from 50 mm, you take the piece from 100 mm, and I want the test property shall be as closer as to the original manufacturer's testing or as per the standard. The same thing is happening in this oil and gas application, where we really could not challenge them because client only knows its implication, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
correct.
I hope
Yeah.
you are, yeah.
Shall we take
Noted.
next
Noted.
question,
Well
please?
noted, sir. Well noted.
Yeah, thanks.
1 minute, sir. In Kolhapur, you are providing the NDT services.
Yeah. We are now
Uh,
with Kolhapur, Satara, Karad and all.
I will get up to that
Please,
directly to you.
please.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Please
Thank you.
provide your Mirza sir. Please get this person connected to me. I will be very happy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Omkar Dute.
This is Praveen Pawar, sir.
Praveen Pawar ji, milte hai. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Sure. No
Mr.
problem.
Omkar
Thank you, sir.
Dute, please. Yeah. Please unmute yourself. Mr. Omkar Dute, please unmute yourself.
Please, sir.
Okay, next, Mr. Rohit Sawant. Yeah, please unmute yourself now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Dada sir,
please.
good afternoon. First of all, thank you very much for this very much informative session.
Thank you.
I would like to know from you one thing regarding we are having basically aluminum foundry in my organization, and recently we have ordered online X-ray scanning machine also,
Okay.
online radiography machine.
Hmm.
So for this type of setup, if we want to train our operators, so whether that level 1 is sufficient, or we want to train for further levels also, like level 2, level 3.
That's a good question, Rohit. You are Rohit Sawant, right?
Yes, Rohit Sawant.
Good, Rohit. See what happens now. I already explained in my slide. Level 1 is basically for technician or operator, right?
Correct.
And level 2 is for inspector or interpreter. So in your organization, you will need both mandatory. You should have a level 1 operator and you should have a level 2 interpreter. Okay. And level 3 is your choice. Level 3 is not mandatory to be with your organization. You can hire the services who are already level 3 in market like us. We are providing our level 3 services to various industries. Okay. Because to keep level 3 is expensive, and level 3 को रखना वो भी एक जगह पे ज्यादा रहते नहीं. You might be knowing. Okay. So level 1, level 2 mandatory. Rohit, your aluminum casting industry is where?
It is in Jalgaon, sir.
Acha, Jalgaon. Okay, fine.
I'm sitting in Pune, but the plant is in Jalgaon.
First class, no problem. Any kind of help from my end, we used to help.
Yeah. I will definitely contact you. Yes.
Please. Thanks a lot, Rohit.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now we'll take last question from the participant, Mr. Yash Sawan. Please unmute yourself. Due to time constraint, we're having a last question. Yeah, please continue, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I have two questions. How an engineering student can make a career in NDT?
That is one question. You
And
want to
second
continue?
second question is what is the duration of the training?
Okay, fine. That's good. See, how engineer can make a career in NDT. I am the best example. हमको एनडीटी का एन भी पता नहीं था. जितना भी हमको कनाई सर ने मेटलर्जी में सिखाया होगा 2-4 sentences, उतना ही हमको एनडीटी का पता था. But when we gone into the market and market, I have seen lot many applications and उसके सिवा जमता ही नहीं. मतलब एक बीएससी वाला बंदा था, उसका साइन चलता था, इंस्पेक्शन साला मैं ही करता था एज ए इंजीनियर बोल के, और साइन करता था वो मेरे दिल को बहुत ये हो गया. Then I have seen यार ये सर्टिफिकेशन मेरे को लेना चाहिए. And that was those days it was 60 hours program. Now it has come down to 80 hours program, and we have developed it as a 100 hours program. So generally what happens, I can say it is a 1 month down to the line duration where you can be perfect, because once you are passing degree and all, we have some escalations for engineers where we can directly jump to level 2, where level 1 we are covering by theory, and level 2 practicals basically, and that will certify you within a month's time. Number 1. Number 2, your question, no, I have answered both, right?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for solving the queries. Now I request Professor Mirza sir for vote of thanks. Mirza sir, please.
Shailesh, before vote of thanks, I would like to know something from Abba Sahib Kale.
Okay.
Abba, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon all. First of all, thanks to RIT entire team for getting connected with the first ever initiative of RIT Alumni Advisory Hub. It is one of the greatest start we had in recent past, and we have already kicked off some of the activities as alumni. We all are there from 1987 till now, 2019. And this was a first initiative where RIT and Alumni Hub came together and delivered this. I think I should thank Ramesh first for his very insightful, detailed, and presentation showcasing very rich experience. His entire journey from what you mentioned, from rural India to I call it as urban India or corporate India. Thank you, Ramesh, for that. I think your contribution to entire RA is really exceptional. I should mention here that great efforts of Manzoor Mirza sir, Sawant sir, and all Prakash Jadhav sir, all who help us for all those coordination activities with RIT. Dr. Sachin, thank you so much for being here and helping students to bridge the gap between alumni and undergraduates. I would like to request all of you to please, Manali has already posted link. I have posted link of our advisory club hub LinkedIn page. Be there on LinkedIn. That's most important. You get connected to so many people. You can get answers like what Ramesh gave you after 23, 25 years of experience. Number 1. Number 2, you will come to know our various activities. And here, I would like to give an open invitation to all undergraduate students right now at RIT, whether they are from engineering, whether they are from diploma, or whether they are from MBA. Please do attend our all meetings, do attend our webinars. You will learn a lot, whether it is specifically defined and designed for you or not. You will have open entry, open wildcard entry for all those meetings. We have Saturday meetings. You can learn a lot from interaction, how people talk, how people express their concerns, how people work in a, say, a team. And that's what Ramesh was again and again giving emphasis on. Ultimately, you will get a degree from client RIT, and when you come out, you will be looked at as an engineer expected to do some specific job functions. So please connect, be there on our webinars. Mostly the webinars will be slowly starting some physical assignments and initiatives at RIT. But please support those activities. Be connected with this RIT Alumni Advisory Hub. which will in turn is going to help you a lot. We are bringing some of the very innovative concepts. We have connected with right now more than 12 countries of RIT alumni. They are actively supporting us. We have created different communities and we all are working together. Our aim is to reach out to every RIT alumni and form this entire forum very active, and together, you being there, I think we can really reach further in sense successful benchmarks. Without you, this initiative would have been really incomplete. Once again, I appreciate the time and efforts put in by entire RIT management team as well as coordination team to have this program very successful. Over to you, Manzoor.
Okay, thank you, Abba. So very good afternoon
Manzoor.
to all. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks. Already Abba has done this actually, but here it is very essential to give the vote of thanks to our RIT management, our beloved director, Dr. S.S. Kulkarni madam, who is always a source of inspiration for us, our dynamic head of the department who plays a role of catalyst in all the activities, Dr. S.K. Patil sir. Definitely my best friend Ramesh Jadhav for a wonderful webinar. Then the whole department, mechanical engineering department faculty, especially Amir Gaurwadkar, Shailesh Shirgupikar sir, P.C. Chavan, Sheetal Laute, and the most important, it is all my dear participants throughout the India who joined this webinar, and most of them are our alumni. So this program really became by alumni for alumni. So once again, I thank all of you for making this webinar successful. Thank you. Over to you, Shailesh.
Okay, thank you, sir. So shall we end up this webinar here?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you everyone
for
for
giving,
joining.
giving
Thank
this
you.
opportunity. Thanks all for,
Thank you so much for your session, sir. Thank you. It was
Thanks a lot.
amazing.
That link is
Yeah.
shared in the
Thank
chat.
you all.
All the participants are requested to fill that feedback form so as to get the certificate. Thank you, one and all.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, RIT management and our RAAH as well. Thanks a lot.